something disturbing has been happening in Kisumu, which is not good for anyone. Now Kisumu is the capital city of goons. Politicians are competing on who hires the most lethal goons. And this is very dangerous for the city. These politicians think they are making their masters happy and helping the people. But in the real sense, this act is impacting negatively on the city, especially in terms of business. For those ones who were around in 2007, you know what happened. It is the same thing. The goons regroup, and if their preferred candidate does not win, they target businesses for the opponents. They target opponents. And you can see the signs. This weekend, we had one politician who was peacefully eating in an hotel. Goons were told about his location. They went there and attacked him just because he does not support their preferred candidate. Few weeks ago, another politician was waylaid and seriously beaten by goons who were hired by someone. And these activities will escalate as we approach 2027. These goons are people who don't have stable jobs. Once they are paid 500 shillings, maximum of 1,000 shillings, they can do their job perfectly. And who suffers? Of course, the one who was attacked and the businesses. There was a time before 2007, Kisumu was doing better than most towns in Kenya. It was doing better in terms of business compared to Kisii, Eldoret, Nakuru, and many other towns. But after the events of 2007, Kisumu ended up being a ghost town. In 2008, up to around 2013, you go to Kisumu and find life was boring. Business was slow. People were fearing to invest in the city. It is because of what happened in 2007. I know one of my relatives who lost businesses. His two matatus were torched. His house was torched. And he had to relocate permanently. And in that city, he had employed more than 10 people in his business. So that is what happened. What is surprising is that the people of Kisumu, Raila was the one they were supporting. Is now not alive. So it means they don't have a presidential candidate. They are fighting for someone who doesn't come from the region. That someone, where he comes from, the people are not fighting as hard as the people of Kisumu are fighting for him. They're fighting too hard. You may think it comes from their own background. And it's very strange. So this one is impacting businesses and people fear to invest based on these signs. And those who have invested there might even relocate their businesses to other towns, fearing that the worst might happen in 2027. So the idea of wonism is not going to help, and the politics should not be life and death. Elections will come, they go, and a presidential candidate, even if a new one will come, those who will be poor will still be poor, and those who are rich will still be rich. And the ones who are being used as goons, they will still continue being poor. These goons, the danger of having goons in a town, that's how it started. These goons don't have stable jobs. Once elections are over, most of them will turn to crime because they are empowered now by politicians. They are more experienced on how to attack people, and they have lethal weapons which were supplied by some of the politicians. Now they turn to criminals. The locals who are cheering them will feel the heat because the wounds will turn into the locals. In Kisumu, you have seen several incidences last week, several of them where robbers are stealing from people on the road in broad daylight, even outside the police station. If you follow keenly, some of these people are the ones who are hired by politicians as goons. When they are not hired, when they are not engaged, they turn into robbery, theft, and doing crimes. So the only thing for people to do in order to save their city is to prevent their people from going into this direction of goonism. Because eventually these goons will turn against them, they'll start stealing, and when crime rates go high, businesses are affected, the locals' development goes down, locals suffer the most, and people move their businesses elsewhere. So politicians will just use you for the benefit to benefit themselves. Eventually, they will dump you, they'll move on, they'll go to Nairobi and share the money, go and buy property as you suffer. Because there's no way a politician will uplift you from that situation and make you rich because they know they will not have people to use as goons in future. They would like you to remain poor the way you are so that they can use you. That is the happiness of politicians. So what politicians normally do, those ones at the top, they collect as much as possible through tax from the poor so that your pocket can run dry. They deny you things like good roads, electricity, clean water, enough food, so that when you don't have plenty, you can beg them for services. You can beg them to come and contribute in a harambee so that you can vote for those ones who contribute the most. But the first thing is that they collect as much as possible to ensure that you don't have anything in your pocket. And then they come and give you little. The money they collected is the one they're paying you to become a wound. It is not that they're giving you money they collected from their businesses. That is your money. So they ensure that you are very poor so that they can use you. So in this case, who is your enemy? Is it the foreigners who are in your area or the politicians who is paying you to attack those other people? So think about it and know that you are destroying your city. It will be a ghost town if goonsism continue.